Hello everyone, welcome back to another Dokkan video. It's your boy Minatsu here, and today we have another no item run. So yes, this is actually a no item run against Broly, which in my personal opinion is the current hardest stage in the game. This Broly is very cheap as he does cancel dodging. He has a phase where he attacks all with the super attack. That hits pretty hard, honestly. And then the final phase could multiple super attack you. He hits like very extremely hard. If you don't have like 800k defense, 900k defense, you'll just, a lot of times you take like 300, 400k damage from a super attack. It's quite insane, or even more, right? So it takes a very specific set of units and teams in order to beat this. More so no items with, I would say more so defensive based teams, right? So the kind of strategy I ran here with my Goku and Gohan team is I wanted to make sure we get these super attacks off first and get into Gohan as soon as possible. Goku is really good, right? I think he's really well built for the stage specifically. The reason why I would feel like he's really well built for the stage is because he has that stun. The high chance to stun means that you're able to stack up many of your units, like say Tech Gohan, the World Tournament SSR Gohan, like all these defensive stacking units. You're able to stun and not have to worry about this Broly doing any damage to you for the first, like 3 or 4 turns, which could be a very useful ability for sure, because some of these units do start off kind of weak, I'd say, like that World Tournament Gohan. So having that stun in your back pocket is really good. It also allows you to kind of freely get the super attacks off with the Goku/Gohan. You want to get 3 super attacks off with them. And once you're able to get 3 super attacks, you are able to go ahead and exchange into the Gohan unit, which at that point, you'll be very well set with his guard and the amount of defense that he has. It's really good. Right here, as you saw, I was kind of in a dilemma. I unfortunately did have to push the Goku Gohan off because there's no way I was risking AGO Gohan taking a super attack at the end. I think that was way too risky. Too early on, Gohan would not have been able to take that. I guess at the end of the day, Goku did super us, Broly did super us in the first slot, so I could have been able to exchange into the Gohan portion of the card faster, since I had to float this guy off. But I think it might have worked out at the end, because we're able to get more stacks with the AGO Gohan, keep his support on rotation, which just feels very important. So we're getting more stacks with this World Tournament Gohan. He's now on a 200% leader skill. This future Gohan at the end is also under the 200% leader skill now. And because of that, we do have a solid amount of HP compared to something like just a normal hybrid team. Because basically a lot of the units on this team were kind of what I was trying to do for the hybrids no item run, right? This physical future Gohan, the AGO Gohan. And future Gohan actually does kind of eat this, which is good because he doesn't even have his full damage reduction up. Again, Future Gohan, that easy Future Gohan is way better than I feel like people will give him credit for. He just is a very good option for this Broly stage. I did end up using the AGO Gohan actual active skill here. I think we're at a little bit lower HP than I would like, since we're getting close to the STR Broly phase. And then being able to buff up our defense while we're still stacking up, I feel like is very important. So the rotation I ran kind of for the rest of the battle here is God Goku in slot 1 and Tech Gohan in slot 2. Tech Gohan would be able to get all in the family from like all the floating units that would be around. Like basically the rest of the team, everyone has all in the family, which is a 20% defensive link at level 10, which is quite powerful. Right here I decided to transform into Gohan because you saw there was 4 attacks right there. So more than likely, in fact, I think it would be like very unlikely that I would be able to not get the 2 extra attacks when we're against the AoE Broly phase, or at least in this phase right here, right? So because of that, I felt very confident transforming him, because you have to keep in mind, Gohan right here does need to take 6 attacks in order to keep his guard. If you don't keep that Gohan's guard, this run becomes way more difficult, if not impossible, because AGO Broly would probably just do way too much damage to him, right? I try to like avoid the Dokkan attack until we hit STR Broly, but unfortunately we do get the Dokkan attack next turn, and it was kind of a waste of a Dokkan attack. That could have been really helpful with whittling down the STR Broly's HP. But right here, we still look pretty fine. We're still doing very good, and we're able to get an extra stack. Now we're able to get the 2 extra attacks from the Gohan right here, right? We're able to get his last 2 attacks that he needs. Those are good considering our low HP. The fact that he attacked twice, we did get a little lucky there because now we're able to keep the Gohan right here, his guard. Being able to keep that again is so massive. It's so important. If you don't get this Gohan's guard kept, you are just in hot waters, even against the AoE phrase. And right here, I got lucky as well. There's 6 attacks right in the front right there. And although I was not able to get a super attack, being able to get the 6 attacks right there, just basically guaranteeing the guard for the rest of the battle now, is so huge as well. I did unfortunately have to push God Goku off, but if you really look at the rest of the team, honestly, the only worry in this phase is physical Gohan, because he is type disadvantage, right? Broly, found, and I think many of people found, like I was discussing this with Truth before, but it feels like this STR Broly, although his AoE is quite dangerous, he actually doesn't AoE as often as like other bosses with super attack, I feel like, right? To spoil this phase right here, Gohan doesn't actually get supered because Broly doesn't AoE this turn, which again is very lucky. I feel like we probably would have died if Broly did AoE here, right? But again, that's just part of the run. Sometimes you just need that luck. And we did get lucky here. This Gohan right here is able to do some solid damage, honestly. For 55%, the dupe system is very solid. Obviously, as like the title suggests, my Gohan and Goku is 55%. They're not even max links. And they are doing extremely well here, which I was actually surprised in how well their performance was. Right here, we're able to grab all these orbs and heal up. Very nice. That Tech World Tournament Gohan right there, he is like around like 400k defense with the damage reduction. You're going to see right here, I believe Broly does AoE at the end. He does do pretty good damage. Well, he does tank pretty well. Actually, no, he did not super. Okay, that's another turn where we got lucky, I guess. But right here, I was like, what is Broly going to do right here? He can't kill me. This AoE literally can't kill me, which is absurd considering how difficult this phase is. The fact that Broly is like unable to do damage to me right here is quite incredible. I wanted to put Gohan on the first level right there instead of this Gohan right here, because the type advantage, the Gohan in the front was Rainbow, right? I think that would have been the best option. I think right here I get lucky with the crit. If I didn't get that crit normal, especially right there either, I feel like Broly would have barely lived, and he could have AoE'd me next turn, right? If you see right here, like we have Future Gohan again, which Future Gohan's good, but right here he was at high HP, he didn't have the support, he wasn't even gonna get a super attack, so if we got killed right there, that would have been very bad for us. But luckily this Gohan, who does have a dupe in him, was able to get that crit and kill Broly with the normal. So we barely skated past there. If that next attack was a super attack, we probably would have died again. So I was trying to figure out what to do here, because Gohan's defense, right, actually realized he has Gaze of Respect in the middle. His defense is starting to get pretty high, the age of Gohan, where I feel like even against a super attack at this section, you wouldn't die. Because I believe, like, if we get into the actual, like, how hard Broly hits, his super attack hits, has like a 1.2 million attack stat, right? So what happens is, based on your defense, you kind of minus that. So, for example, Gohan's defense in the middle was 700k. He would take around 500k damage, right? Which was it was a little dangerous, right? We had enough HP, but we luckily got through just fine here. If you take a look here, STR Gohan did take a lot of damage for sure, but we're looking good. We're able to heal with all these orbs. I again push this Gohan off rotation because that way he gets super before he gets supered in the first slot. Tech God Goku and Tech Ultimate Gohan. Like, this is just a nasty rotation just defensively. If you see right here, we're like, you still have like a whole 6 minutes. We're really like halfway into this video in a sense. And we're still just going to the STR, this AGO Broly. At this point, with AGO Broly, it's really just kind of killing him slowly, right? Just beating him slowly because, like, most of the units on this team can't be hurt. The one unit I was, again, somewhat worried about for a little is Future Gohan. But right here, Future Gohan really shows off. I'll let you guys see. I won't spoil it, but Future Gohan goes crazy in this turn. I was worried though, because I was like, do I want to get, you know, the extra stack with the Gohan or not? Because I wasn't gonna grab those tech orbs, but I realized that we would be fine next turn. Because look at next rotation is Tech Gohan, World Tournament Gohan, and then the Tech God Goku. even if we had like 100k HP, we would survive, right? No matter who he super next turn, we would be perfectly fine, I think. So that's why I was fine with getting those tech orbs to not heal next turn. Right here we got the double super from Future Gohan, which definitely, again, is huge help. But right here, he eats this. Future Gohan 200k from Broly. That is really, really good. I think right here I do opt to transform Tech Ultimate Gohan, just so we can start getting some extra damage in here, right? Tech Gohan obviously is not the most damaging unit when he's transformed, especially now with the power group that's hit. But it's fine. He still does pretty reasonable damage to the Broly. He gets extra defense, but I think the damage is really what's important here, since it's impossible for him to get hurt at this point. Like, he takes like what, like a 20k super attack right here. He's perfectly fine, right? So, keep in mind he does have to get attacked first before he attacks, right? But so right there, he jumps up to like what, 6.5, which is probably more damage than most of the units are doing on the team right here. So that is going to be very helpful for us to skate through Broly. At this point, we kind of just like win, right? Because look at all these age orbs I'm going to gather here. I even heal a fool. Like, what is he supposed to do? Ichigo Gohan right there has like what, 750k defense. So Broly wouldn't have been able to kill me on a super attack. I was like, okay, we're just good, right? Especially with this Gohan getting a super attack off first. We're just looking very, very spicy here. Broly doesn't even super Gohan in the middle, so I was like, okay. I would say, I was not gonna lie if I said I wasn't a little worried, because although we probably would have survived, we would have been at low HP. But look right here, again, we get these tech orbs, we get to heal up to all the way to full again. We're able to protect Future Gohan, just not risk him taking a super attack at all. Like, obviously, you would prefer one of the first two right there to take a super attack, and we completely prevented that. Yeah, I mean, at this point, this run just kind of shows itself. We're just invincible. At this point, we're gonna kill Broly before he's able to do damage to us, because he just literally can't do damage to us at this point. Our units are just too much stacked up, the guards and everything like that. This is why defensive units are just, I personally love my units being more defensively based, right? I decided to put, I missed a super attack with the Gohan right there, because I feel like we would do more damage with the AGO Gohan, surprisingly. Unless we got a crit from the friend, right? That's likely, but I decided not to. But you could see Broly still hits hard, because keep in mind, this Gohan does greatly raise defense on a super attack. Broly still does 220k, right? Which is definitely, again, that's like around, what, like almost a third of our HP, basically, a little more over a third of our HP, which is a lot of damage, that's for sure, right? Let's focus on like 40% of our HP, right? Now that this Gohan got his double super, we're fine. This guy at the end, he's not going to be able to take damage with the support. He got a double super. It's like, what is Broly going to do? Like, he can't kill me. We are good. We're literally just good. I think this turn we do end up killing him. Tech God Goku getting those orbs. And then we just, like, look at all the same type of orbs we're able to get now. It's just absurd, right? Next turn, even next turn, I think no matter what, we would have killed Broly if we didn't kill this turn. Because we would have been like at 2 HP or something, right? I believe Tech Gohan does finish him off. And that is pretty much it there, yeah. Funny enough, 2 phases finished off by normal attacks. Which is not something you would really expect, but that is the video, guys. At the end, I'm going to show my team builds. Well, how I built my units, right? And I'll show that my Goku and Gohan is indeed 55%. They do not have max links, but I'll end the video here. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you all for watching, and of course, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.